Welcome to 33 Yorkville. Come on this way. What we're gonna expect to see. Hi, Ali.
Hey guys. Here we are with James Berdeen, the VP of Sales and Marketing at the Pemberton Group Condos at 33 Yorkville.
Yes.
James, thanks for having us today.
Thank you guys so much for coming in. It's a pleasure.
Exciting day. It's actually the launch day.
Yes.
We're excited.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, launching later this evening.
It's called pre-lunch. Right? We're on a pre-lunch now.
You got it. James, help us out. Give us a bit of a background, the history of the developer
Yes.
for our buyers and investors.
So I think
Get to know the developer.
the most two kind of critical components of this project truly are listed within the name. So the Pemberton at 33 Yorkville, the Pemberton Group is a company that's been around for over 4 decades. So it's a third generation family run business and one that's truly defined by quality and craftsmanship. So they've built over 18,000 homes. There's currently 6,000 suites under construction, and they actually have 10,000 suites coming to market in the very near future. So one of the biggest, one of the best high-rise builders in all of Canada.
18,000.
18,000, exactly. It's a village, it's a
That's
city.
the whole city through that. Mr. Marco Muzzo, God bless him. I guess he was establishing this company and is a big name, is a big deal. I guess people feel comfortable when his name is coming around. I know so many developers, they start using his name and his crew, like Mr. Bagai. I remember in Shane Bagai did a project in Finch and Young, and that they started using his company, so he's amazing.
So you know what? So it's also a vertically integrated company as well, which is a great thing to touch on because it is a company that you have the development company, but then within it you also have the construction company, which is incredibly important, right? Because the reality is they have complete control of the entire process from land acquisition to the development cycle and then further to the actual construction of the project as well. So from A to Z, they really put their name on absolutely everything.
No outsourcing here.
No, exactly.
That's
All
really why
in-house.
we can be reliable. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Can you name a few of some of the most recent projects for the sake of our buyers? And
Absolutely, yeah. So I think really you can go north of the city, you can go to Richmond Hill, you can go to Sky City, Era 2, you can go to the West End in Mississauga at Erin Square or Mills Square, you can go over to Blue Water in Oakville, as well as downtown. So Time and Space at Front in Sherbourne, there's social condos at Church and Queen, and obviously U Condos as well. So U Condos is a fantastic example, consistently ranked top 10 from a trading standpoint in the city, and another great Pemberton project.
Absolutely. I
Quite a
remember.
track record.
I remember at the time, condominiums being launched at the time was amazing. Our investors, they tripled their money. I mean, 4 times their money by the time. There was nothing around here, so
They've done incredibly well.
They did, and inside of the building is amazing.
And it comes down to the location at the end of the day, right? The Pemberton typically picks fantastic locations, and they are putting their flagship building here for a reason, right? So 33 Yorkville, it's a location that defines super prime. So super prime is a location that has connectivity. You're 2 minutes away from Bay and Bloor, you're 2 minutes away from Yonge and Bloor. It's also the builder's intent to actually have direct access to the path as well, just pending city approval. So from a connectivity standpoint, it doesn't get any better. You also have prime access to some of the best education nodes, health infrastructure nodes, as well as employment areas in the entire city. So UFT, 600 meters away, the largest health network in North America at UHN is only about 1 kilometer away, and you have the financial core, which is about 10 minutes to the south as well. So employment, health infrastructure, as well as education is directly surrounding this project. And then you also have one of the most prime retail corridors in the entire country. So you have the Mink Mile, you have Chanel, you have Hermes, you guys know this very well.
Well,
Exactly, so the
that's
flagship.
the street that everybody want to walk to, that's the one you walk. And then that's really just adding extra location. That's why builders willing to pay such a, handsome money for the land like such with so much experience. So that means that they believe in the area, they believe in what's happening here.
Without a doubt. And finally, the rarity of Yorkville as well, right? It's such a small location. The street itself is only 2 blocks long, it's 600 meters. So getting that Yorkville address is something that is incredibly challenging to actually purchase.
I agree.
On that note, is this the last address on Yorkville?
So it's a great point. So this is, to my understanding, it's the last building that will be built with an actual Yorkville address. And certainly one of the last few projects that will be built in this area, right? It really is, it's challenging to not only purchase land in this area, but to get the zoning to actually be able to develop the space is incredibly challenging. So What I can say for certain is this will be the last project launched within this location at this price point.
Which that means it's rare. Anybody want to just be in this area, this is their last chance they can get, basically.
Without a doubt, yeah.
Now, can you enlighten us about the parking and view situation in this building, perhaps? What could we expect as an investors?
It's a great point. So there's actually 6 levels of underground parking for Toronto Parking Authority. So that's going to be green P. So you have an abundance of visitor parking, which really makes it easy if you have guests coming over, even if yourself, if you want to kind of rent a spot for a little while. You have 6 levels of underground parking, and then you have 2 levels of parking for residential. There's going to be 7 floors within the podium, and there's going to be over 67,000 square feet of commercial and retail space, as well as over 47,000 square feet of amenities.
That's a huge undertaking. So not only the 3 levels below, 2 levels above, they actually dedicated to just facilitate enough parking for the residents or visitors.
Exactly.
Is it fair to say only larger units get to buy a parking unit?
Correct. So the actual residential parking component, there's going to be only a couple of levels, so it is going to be just for those larger suites.
Very nice.
Would you kindly give us a little features about all of those toys that we see around? Lots of features I see on the wall there.
So this is probably one of my favorite parts of the building. So it's going to be a fully integrated smart system. So you have a few components here, one of which is going to be CyberSuite, which will act as kind of the control centers. So the Pemberton Advantage will incorporate CyberSuite, it will incorporate Latch, Eddy Solutions, as well as a Rogers package. So this basically allows the suite to be electronic, right? So you're able to get into the suite with a touch of a button on your phone or on a tablet. You can also, for instance, if you have guests coming over, you can send a code to those guests that will allow them to come up for a certain period of time. And then you also have what's called the Eddy Solutions, which I think is probably the most exciting thing because it's a leak detection as well as mitigation system. So for instance, if there is a leak within the building, it detects that leak, but then further to that, it actually shuts the water off within that corridor, within that space. So for instance, if there's something that goes wrong, if there's a leak for whatever reason, it actually will detect, shut it off, so that for the integrity of the building, for your insurance costs, for the condo corp, for the reserve fund, it's keeping that at a premium.
Actually, I can tell you lots of construction, building under the construction, they have hit by this issue of the water penetration during construction, and that's not covered in Tarion. So this is an amazing feature that we have here. Awesome.
Super important, and it's going to be the unsung hero. It really is something that from a top to bottom approach, Pemberton really has looked at it and said, what provides the resident with the best living experience? And they've provided that with Latch, with Eddy Solutions, CyberSuite, Rogers, as well as a partnership with Kohler too.
Well, we are super excited to really just move as many units as we can possibly do in this building and try to just put that under our resume as well as the other project that we did with Pemberton.
I heard there is 1,100 units.
Correct.
In the building. Can you give us some insights, our investors, to get a better idea about the unit mix as to what to expect in terms of studios, 1 bedroom, 1+10, and so forth? So
there really is it's a healthy mix of suites within the building itself. So as you mentioned, there's 1,144 suites between the 2 towers. So you have 2 towers that are designed by Peter Clues at Architects Alliance. And the suites are going to range anywhere from junior 1 bedrooms at 365 square feet up to 1,125 square foot 2+10s. So there really is everything for whether you're looking at this as an investment opportunity or you're looking at this to live in this space as an end user. There's some fantastic opportunities for everyone.
Fantastic. And James, what's the tentative occupancy date for this?
So it's something that we're actually tentatively scheduled for 2027. So there is going to be a significant construction timeline, which will be fantastic for all of your clients as well.
So thank you so much, James, for spending the time on the launch date. I know this is the busiest date for you guys. And we're so excited, jazzed, to be a part of this exciting state-of-the-art development at the earliest stage.
Would you mind giving us a little tour about the finishes that we may expect to see around here?
Sure. So everything you see in this kitchen here is standard. We have worked really hard to bring you elevated finishes to reflect what to expect of the building. The size of the island for most units depends on the layout. But we do have Miele appliances, Kohler fixtures and sink, dishwasher. undermount lighting, which is pot lights, which is totally standard, and we have engineered hardwood flooring, 9-foot smooth ceilings. Everything you see in the washroom is standard other than the waterfall here. So the fixtures as well as the pot light in the stand-up shower comes as is. You also do receive roller blinds with every single unit in this building at no extra cost.
So there are extra pantries, as I noticed. Is that standard for everyone, or that's
There is pantries in a couple of the floor plans. So if you see it in the layout, then it does come standard. If the size of the unit can accommodate, you will receive the pantry as well as the island. Behind you, you see 3 different color codes. These are all standard. By the time you are able to bring in your clients, we will have an upgrade package as well. All of the suites are designed by Michael London, and this will have the Michael London package, which will be an upgrade and will have a price range for you as well.